Okay, so there's nothing more annoying as a small business owner than sending out quotes and proposals just to get nipped at the finish line by someone that is cheaper than you. And this happens all the time. Now, I want you to imagine a world where the fact that you do high quality work and you use the best materials and you have the best guarantees and the best warranties, the things that make you more expensive than your competitors, were actually the reason people used you. Well, that could potentially be a reality with this one simple fix to your quoting process. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. So for those who don't know who I am, my name is Jimmy, and I help service-based business owners just like yourself get rid of the marketing agency that's been sucking you dry forever by teaching you to be your own marketing agency. So if you want to learn more about that, make sure to check that out in the description. So with what I'm about to share with you, you could go from having 1 or 2 jobs out of 10 accepted to having 7 or 8 out of 10 accepted, because that's exactly what we did with Sam. So Sam runs a landscaping business based here in Australia, and I work with him doing his marketing, but he came to me one day and said, Jimmy, I can't seem to get people to understand that the reason I'm more expensive is because I do better work. We use better materials, we offer better warranties and guarantees, and we just do a better job than a lot of these cheap competitors. But I keep losing jobs to these cheap competitors, and I don't know what to do about it. We discussed about potentially changing the ads that we're doing. We discussed a whole bunch of different things. It wasn't until I really sat down and thought about it that we worked out exactly what he needed to do, and this fundamentally changed the game for him. So we need to unpack why these people are choosing your competitors over you in the first place. So to better understand this, I sat down with Sam and I got him to explain the exact process he was using. And basically what he was doing is he was getting home from work, 7, 8 o'clock at night. Someone would want a quote, he'd go and measure it up, go and price it out, and then he would just go and send them a quote straight out of his accounting system. If they accepted it, they could accept it, they could pay their invoice, and they could start the work. And that's all he was sending. When I had a look at these invoices, it was literally just line items and he was sending it out. So as soon as I seen this, I immediately knew what the problem was. So I put my marketing hat on, and I explained to Sam that when these people are getting quotes from you, they're obviously getting quotes from other people as well. That's why they're accepting these other quotes. But you got to remember, what these people are doing is principally laying all these quotes on the table. Let's say there's 3 quotes. They're making judgment on who they should be picking based purely off what they're seeing in front of them. So if they have 3 identical quotes, because everyone's using the same accounting software and invoicing software, if they have 3 exact same quotes that are saying exactly the same thing, but one is $1,000 cheaper than the other, then the only frame of reference they have to go off and to anchor that price off is what's written on that proposal. And of course, they're going to go with the cheaper person. It doesn't matter how good your materials are. That's not articulated on that written quote. So I said to Sam, just entertain me here for a second. What I want you to start doing is with every quote that you send out, I want you to make a quick 5-minute video to go with it. That's all you have to do. A quick 5-minute video going over each item on that quote and elaborating on what you do. So for instance, the first one we did with Sam was a gazebo build. So I got Sam to explain in this video about the gazebo, the design, how he's excited to do it, the material he's going to use, the warranties, how we do things differently. And I explained not to overcomplicate it. Just talk as if they were there in front of you and you were explaining and justifying your price. So the way we went about this is we opened up a piece of software called Loom, which allows you to record your screen. I then got Sam to bring up the actual quote, their quote, and then we turned his webcam on and he was speaking over the top of his proposal. And the first couple started off pretty rough, but as he got the hang of it, and as he got the hang of sort of talking to the camera and talking through his proposals, he went from closing 1 to maybe 2 getting quotes getting accepted out of every 10 to 7 or 8. And it was a quick and simple fix. Now, Sam is almost $2,000 to $5,000 more expensive than most of the competitors in his space, but he's now getting the lion's share of the quotes. So why it works so well is because what we're effectively doing with Sam is when that person has laid all the quotes on the table, there's another element that they can latch value to, right? So when they're looking at all these quotes and you have one guy that's $1,000 cheaper and a guy that's $5,000 more expensive, if you can get the person looking at that quote to go, hey, he's $5,000 more, but then you've won the deal. So when he sent these videos out, they were able to go, Sam is $5,000 more expensive, but he's using high grade fixtures to make sure that they don't rust out in a year or 2. He's got a 5-year guarantee on his gazebo. He's going to tidy up afterwards when he's done. His team is going to rock up and have a smile. All those little intangibles add little dollar figures to your quote and allow the person getting the quote to justify the extra expense. The cool thing about this is that your competitors could be doing exactly the same thing. that because they haven't elaborated on that in the quote, every other competitor that they look at, it's going to be assumed that they're not doing that stuff. That's what's absolutely crazy about it. So once Sam started doing that, he also started to elaborate a little bit more on it, and he's actually pretty good at it now. So before he even starts talking about what's on the quote, he talks a little bit about his business, he talks about himself, his values, the team's values, and then he goes into the quote itself, and he'll talk about the materials he uses, he'll talk about why he kicks certain materials, he'll talk about the warranties, he'll talk about other people, and he also now in the email he sends out puts links to reviews that he's gotten from other people. I can't stress enough how much this fundamentally changed his business. He went from being like every other small service-based business who complains about not getting business and missing out because people are cheaper and then umming and ahhing about whether they should be cheaper or not, to basically charging whatever he wants and closing 7 out of 10 people. Absolutely crazy. And it's very, very easy to do. So all you need to do is download Loom, set it up, and talk over the top of your proposal you've already made into a PDF and you're about to send out. That's it. Now, if you want to learn more about this process and you want me to send you an example of how this would be done and a bit of a workflow and how to incorporate it into your workflow, my Instagram is in the links below. Just send me an Instagram DM with the word quote and I'll send you over the process completely free of charge. But getting back to Sam, I'm still blown away how a quick, simple fix like that could fundamentally change his business. And I'm happy to say he still uses it to this day, even though we discussed this about 18 months ago. It fundamentally changed his business, and I'm sure it will fundamentally change yours. And the beauty about it is it doesn't require you changing your pricing. It doesn't require you doing anything extra special. All you're going to do is take 5 minutes extra when you do proposals to significantly increase the chance of someone accepting it. 5 minutes, that's all you need to do, and that's all you need to take. It doesn't have to be a crazy video, it doesn't have to have polish or edit. It's literally just you in front of the camera getting excited about what you do, explaining why the price is the way the price is. So guys, if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I've been at this for almost a decade with my own marketing agency, and I've spoken to a lot of business owners and we've solved a lot of problems together. So no doubt, if you have a problem, leave it in the comments and I could be making a video just like this on how I helped solve this for someone else. So guys, thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.